Hi guys, it's Miss Hall again, and it is language time. We are going to learn how to add a double consonant. But before we do that, we're going to learn our blends. So let's learn our blends for this week. P. Please repeat. P. Sn. Sn. Twa. Twa. And sl. Sl. Can you think of words that begin with those letter sounds, with those blends? P, sn, twa, sl. And let's look at our word families. I'd, and ein. So let's go back to our blends. P, plum, play, small, smell, twa, twine, twig. And let's go to SL. Sl, slain, slump. Okay, and I'd. Let's look at our word family, I'd. If I took my PR, I could make a new word. Pride. And ein, if I took my new word, if I took a letter, I could make another word. Mine. So that's how you build words, okay? The word family, and then you can choose a letter, a consonant or a letter, or a blend to make a word, to add to the word family. That's exactly how you build words, okay? Let's look at our spelling rule for adding a double consonant. And remember, in the last lesson, we add the double consonant. We added a double consonant means one letter, the same letter, right after the other. This word is pinned. It has the same sound, and in order for it to be double, it must follow immediately after. Let's look at our spelling rule. When a root word ends with a single consonant and the vowel is short, double the consonant before adding a suffix that begins with a vowel. Let's read that one more time because this grammar rule is very important. And remember, as all grammar rules are important. And we have to study it out in order for us to remember how to spell. Okay? When a root word, we know what a root word is. A root word is a word that has nothing attached to it. No suffix or no prefix. It's the word by itself. Hop is a root word. Hops has a what? I would like for you to stop the video and tell me on your voice boxes, what does hops have? Okay? Hopped and hopping. If I covered the PPED, that's the root word. I doubled the final consonant and I added a suffix ed. So we're going to learn how to double a final consonant. And here we just learned the rule. Okay? It has to end with a single consonant. Here's a single consonant, and the vowel is short. The vowel next to the single consonant must be short in order for you to apply this rule. So let's look at let's take this down, and let's look at how we are to do that. Okay? I chose a word. I chose the root word bag, because it applies to this rule. Let's take a look. Well, it ends with a single consonant. Single, remember, single means one. Uno. Okay? In français. Okay? Bag. So it has a single consonant and the vowel is short. B, a, g. Bag. Okay, so this word applies to this spelling rule. So when you see these words ending in a single consonant with a short vowel sound, remember it usually, and I say usually, applies to this rule. There are some irregular words that may not fit, but 90% of the time, you double the final consonant. So this is the final consonant. You double it. Bag plus G plus ing. Bagging. Then you add the suffix. Okay? Then you can add the suffix. You may not add bag plus ing with one G. If it fits this rule, if it has a single consonant and a short vowel sound, you must double the consonant and then you add your suffix. This is the rule for adding suffixes. Okay, and so far we've learned ed and ing. This rule applies for when you would like to add a suffix. You must double the final consonant before adding your suffixes. Okay, and then so bag, this is the root word. You identify the root word, the single consonant, the short vowel sound, plus G, because we doubled the final consonant, and we added our suffix ing. And when we put it together, okay, when we encode our word, the sounds that we hear, bagging, bagging. Okay, that's the rule for doubling consonants, because most people do get confused. When do I double the consonant? When do I add two consonants to a word? Well, this is one way that we know how to do that. Let's look at another one. I chose the word bag again, but I chose a different suffix. Okay, I chose another word. Let's look at the root word. The root word is bag. So I'd like to, what I like to do here, I'd like to add a suffix. Okay, but before I add the suffix, I know that I have to double the final consonant. So let's do that. Here's the root word. I identify the root word. I make sure it fits the grammar rule. Okay, here's my single consonant. Here is my short vowel sound. Okay, so I know that that word fits. I know that it has a single consonant. It has a short vowel sound. I know that I have to add, I know that I have to double the consonant before I add my ed. Okay, let's do that one more time, because this grammar rule is important before adding suffixes. There's some words where you do not need to double the consonant before adding the suffixes. But this is one way, or one grammar rule, that will help you remember when to double the consonant before adding your suffixes. Okay, so we identify the root word. We determine if it has a single consonant at the end. Okay, this is a single consonant, and we're talking about the consonant at the end of the word. And then in order for it to fit, it must have a short vowel sound. And we know for sure that we double the consonant before adding the suffix. So let's do that. Bag plus G, we're doubling it, plus ed equals bagged. Bagged. Okay? So that's our grammar rule for adding suffixes. Doubling consonants before adding our suffixes. That's very important. Okay, also, I don't want you to forget about your sight words. Okay, let's take a look at our new sight words. Our sight words for the week. Okay, let's take a close-up. Our sight words for the week. Number 1, flew. Please repeat. Number 2, animal. Number 3, other. Number 4, wood. And number 5, climb. So let's say them together now. Flew, animal, other, would, climb. Okay, great. Now I would like to do some simple sentences. Let's look at our simple sentences using our sight words. The bird flew on the window. The bird flew on the window. Can you repeat that? The bird flew on the window. Now take a look at my conventions. There's a capital letter. And look at the ending of the sentence. What punctuation is that? Who remembers that? That's a period. That's correct. I know you would remember because we do grammar every week. Punctuation every week. Let's look at the second one. Some animals eat grass. Some animals eat grass. And take a look at how I started my sentence. I started it with a capital letter and I ended it with a punctuation mark, period, or a full stop. Let's look at the next sentence. Can Isaac climb a tree? Can Isaac climb a tree? Look at my punctuation now. Well, let's look at the capital letter at the beginning. Very important. All sentences begin with a capital letter. All sentences must have some form of punctuation. So I want you to pay attention to that. Can Isaac climb a tree? Let's look at the next sentence. Where would you go? Where would you go? Look at my punctuation now. That's my capital letter is a capital W. And my punctuation is an exclamation mark. Where would you go? And let's look at the last one. Where is the other book? Where is the other book? Okay, so we're looking again at my capital letter and my punctuation, which is important for when you're writing sentences. Now, I would like for you to write 3 sentences using your sight words. 3 sentences using your sight words, and pay attention to the grammar, the punctuation. Okay, very important. I want to see some excellent simple sentences. See you next time. Bye-bye.